Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another plan with me to share with you all, and this week I am planning for the week of May 13th to May 19th using this gorgeous mint pastel kit from ScribblePrintsCo called Bloom. I need another way of saying that sentence. But yeah, it's a gorgeous mint pastel kit, and I thought it was a nice little breakup from all the pinks. I mean, there's still pink in this kit, but the pinks and the bright colors of some of the kits that I will be using very, very soon. And then I think as soon as I'm done using my next bright kit, all my kits are hella pink, and then they're really blue. I don't know. I tried to work on a flow for all of my kits, but it never works out the way I want it to. The theme of the week takes precedent over any sort of flow. So yeah, just a little for if you're new to my channel and you don't understand how I plan, because I get it. It's very confusing when it's called a plan with me, and I am very well aware of what all my plans are for the day. So basically, my Erin Condren is now a memory planner, and when the day is over, I go ahead and put in any of the memorable plans or to-dos that happened during the week, things that I would put in as if I were planning the week ahead of time. Not everything. Like if I clean or something that takes 5 minutes, and then there's something else that happened, like a birthday party happened, I'll put a half box for the birthday party, and then the cleaning won't go in. But if nothing happened that day and I did spend a few minutes or half hours cleaning, then I will put in cleaning. So that's why you'll see scrapbooking, kind of memory things, but you'll also sometimes still see to-dos even though they were to done. It's my favorite thing to say. So yeah, also for my planning, all the foil that I will be using is from ScribblePrintsCo, along with these new bougie boxes, because my style now is some white space planning. So it's still technically white space planning, but you have all the little foil underneath. I used to cut the glitter header overlays in half, but then Andre's a genius and she came out with these full box situations. So it makes planning and setting up the week a lot easier, and then it makes planning, just putting down stickers during the week, a lot easier, and I really love it. It makes the planner look super pretty, and since this is now a glorified planner scrapbook for me, I don't mind sort of going all out and doing the little bougie bits. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put down the base of the kit. If you guys are curious about that, I do have a video up, and it will be in the description box down below, how I explain where I put my glitter headers and bottom washi and all that stuff, and how I place my full boxes. All of that is explained. The only thing that's not explained is the bougie boxes, but the bougie boxes just fill in the gaps of the places where there is not a decorative full box. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, do all this, and I'll be right back to do the sidebar. Okay, that was really super stinking quick. For my sidebar, I still use the cut up half headers. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and put down is the 2 habit trackers. Also, apologies for sounding super congested, and if I will no doubt cough throughout the voiceover. If I have a coughing fit, I'll stop the voiceover. But that sounded really gross. But I have been sick for the past few days. At first, I thought it was allergies, and allergy medicine did help alleviate a lot of the sore throat, congested, all that, itchy, whatever. But the sickness hasn't gone away. And so I think I was just sick and allergic to something, just sick and allergies. So the allergy medicine isn't helping anymore. Me and my Nasonex spray are BFFs right now, because I just can't breathe and I don't know what it is, because allergy medicine isn't helping. The Flonase is sort of helping, so I don't know what's going on. I feel like I just have to ride it out, which sucks. I'm a very what medicine can I take quickly to make this all go away? I have finals the week that you are watching this video, so I can't afford to just sit around and not get stuff done. And last week, when I was having the worst of my sickness, I could not get up. I could not get up to go to my desk. I could not lift my head to look at my laptop. None of that. It was really bad. So anyway, moving on to the sidebar. Thanks for listening to my little disclaimer. So I put down 2 of the habit trackers that come in the kit to mark my habits, and then underneath the second habit tracker, I put down a mini ombre heart checklist so I could break down my nighttime habits, sort of, and I only check it off if I do all 3, because I've gotten good at washing my face, but moisturizing at my age, at the ripe old age of 26, moisturizing and eye cream and stuff, I need to get better at doing. I have not been good at it, but that is what the habit trackers are there for, to keep me accountable. So then after that, I put down a patterned, a patterned half box along with a glam planner studying teeny sticker to mark that it is study week, and I need to excuse me, I need to study all this week because all my 3 finals, I had 4, but the one was on this Friday in this week, and then all my other 3, which are my more like major ones, the hard ones that require actual studying, they're all on the same day during this week, next week. Not the week that you're watching, the week afterwards. It's really confusing. So after that, I put down a thick piece of pattern washi and a to-do header over top of that, and then I just grabbed an ombre heart checklist and placed that down. Then I just added a little bit of pattern washi to the bottom and cut off the excess to give it a little pizzazz, because there was a little bit of that space left over. I think that was the first time that my sidebar finished before I could finish talking. Wow, exciting. So moving on to the week, on Monday, the first thing I needed to mark was that I published my plan with me. So I used a little thing and this Mandy Dreams glitter film slate icon for that. I don't think I uploaded it on time. I think it was like somewhere in the evening. Yeah, studying and Game of Thrones are really cramping my style, but Game of Thrones is over now. Oh my god, you guys. Yeah. Game of Thrones is over. So it was also a super rainy day, but I kind of like the rain, and it wasn't cold enough where I needed to wear a thick jacket, but I could wear my light raincoat. So I was having a good day. I was like living it up. I'm like, yes, I love the rain. So I used this Wonton and a Million Steamy sticker. Or is this like the bow sticker? I'm not sure, but there's one of the Steam Team stickers with a little rain hat and an umbrella. Then when I was in class and when I got home, I had a bunch of photos that I needed to print, because I hadn't printed any photos in a very long time. So long that it was like 2017 June is like the last, that's like where the new pictures start. So there were 1,400 photos that I needed to print, and I uploaded them to a website, and I was like, oh my god, that is a lot of money for all these pictures. Plus I put in doubles, because there was pictures of Bennett and me and Andrea that I was getting printed, so I was going to send her doubles of those. But still, I was like, it's supposed to be like 9 cents per picture, and I'm just like, this is a lot of photos. But either way, I selected the photos. I just have to wait till, I can afford to splurge on buying some photos. But the point is, they have been selected. They're sitting in a folder. They were uploaded to the website, and they're all cropped properly. That's the only thing that I'm pissed I wasted my time on, was cropping them correctly, because sometimes these photo sites, they don't crop it. They need to crop the photo to make them 4x6 or whatever, but they don't crop it nicely. Sometimes people are just straight up cut off. So hopefully my account has that saved. If not, that's okay. That's unfortunate. So then after that, I got home and I needed to put all of my clothes away. So I did that, and I used a little Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark that. And then for the photos, I used a foiled camera icon. All the foil that I'll be using this week is from ScribblePrintsCo. Pretty much as always. Then after that, it was my mom's best friend's birthday, so we went over to her house to celebrate and had a little birthday dinner. Her husband was sick, and he was in bed with fever, he couldn't even come down. I mean, he came down later, but he couldn't come down to have dinner with us. So now I'm like, maybe he got me sick, and then I got allergies on top of that, but how unfortunate. So to mark the birthday, I used a squared off patterned half box and a scribbler with a birthday cake. Then when I got home, I FaceTimed Kelly for a bit, so I used a Once More with Love munchkin in a little camera screen or whatever, and then I placed an order for some t-shirts from Hot Topic because I remember I was texting Andrea all day because I didn't have to start studying yet. Like, it was too early. I'm a crammer. Like, I need to have, like, the deadline. Otherwise, I don't retain any. I think the pressure helps me retain information, which is, like, ass backwards, but, you know. Anyway, I was texting her all day about my outfits for Disney because, you know, you got to plan your outfits for Disney for all them pictures to have a good time. You want to be looking cute for Disney. And then I was thinking about Disney bounding, but again, your girl is not financially like able to Disney bound. I mean, I know it's not expensive and I can find stuff in my closet, but I decided that I collected a bunch of ears recently. So I would do my outfits for the ears that I have not worn yet. So that way I get to wear those ears. So I have 2 out of 3 outfits picked out so far, and I needed to get a shirt from Hot Topic for one of the days, so I'm really excited about that. So I used a Fox and Pip Disney Girl to mark it, even though it's like a Hot Topic order, and I probably could have done like a laptop or something. I just want to mark all the Disney things as much as I can as possible. If you guys are Disney obsessed, you understand. So moving on to Tuesday, I woke up, got to sleep in, but I woke up from like really vivid dreams, like the kind that you wake up from and you're mad at somebody. I feel like I've explained this before too. I'm either having deja vu or I've explained this before. But yeah, so I just marked that because it's either sleep in or holy vivid dreams, and I feel like holy vivid dreams was different. It was a little more fun. So for that, I used a Coffee Monster's Co. emoji face. That was just like uncomfortable, uneasy to mark that. Then I spent the day binge watching The Big Bang Theory because there was a lot of episodes that I had missed. And I got a package from Amazon delivered. It was stuff to organize my foil collection a bit better. And then this fourth thing, I put down a little envelope sticker, but I left it blank because I know this is like really annoying. I feel all your pain right now, but I'm not going to tell you what that was because I just can't even begin to explain it. It's nothing bad, it's nothing good, but I'm just like, I don't know how to explain this to people, so I'm going to leave it at that and move on. I did leave it blank. We're all entitled to one blurred out thing on our planner. I'm never going to do anything that's like, I wanted to put it in my planner. This is me over explaining myself, but I'm just going to keep going. I wanted to put it in my planner, but I was like, this is just one of those things where like, I don't want to share it. But it's really annoying because I'm never going to do it again. Okay, so after that, it was just a study day. It was not a great study day. I was very distractible, not because of Big Bang Theory, but I was very distractible. I didn't know what to focus on. I was feeling very tired. I didn't know I was getting sick yet, so that might explain that. But I replied to YouTube comments, so I used a little foiled @ symbol. And then I spent a little time in the bath. I'm off my bath game because I keep making the bath water way too hot to the point where my face feels like poofy. Like all the heat from my body is just concentrating in my face at that point, and I need to get out. And I think I spent maybe like 10 minutes in my bath. I don't know what the average time it is to be in the bath, but I feel like 10 minutes for me is like not a lot, and I feel bad like I'm wasting water and I'm wasting bath bombs. That stuff ain't cheap. So after my little bath night, I finished watching The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield in it, and I didn't hate it. I didn't like the second one. I ended up watching that later in the week, but I didn't hate the first one, and it was really cute. Like Andrew Garfield, like, oh my God, be still my heart. He was such a cutie. I mean, Tom Holland will be my favorite Spider-Man for life because he's like who I pictured when I would read like comics when I was younger. But because Tom Holland looks like a boy, Andrew Garfield looks like a man. Oh my God. But yeah, so I used a munchkin with a film clapper to mark that. I didn't hate it. I was really looking forward to the second one, but I already had my preconceived notions of it not being very good, and I didn't really like it. Preconceived notions aside, I really didn't like it. But the first one was not bad. I liked it. He was kind of like super confident out of nowhere, but I like the rambling, bumbling, anxiety prone. I don't know. Like this, like what I'm doing right now, I like that in my Spider-Man. So Tom Holland, love him forever. Hopefully the second like the Far From Home movie is good and like they continue to be good, because I don't think Spider-Man movies have a track record of being very good after the first one. But I have faith in my Marvel universe and my Tom Holland to be very good. Okay. we're gonna go and move on to Wednesday. I had my credit card due, so I used these adorable, like, how cute are these two little credit cards in like foil form. They're really cute. I don't think I've ever used one because I don't often mark when my credit card is due. Usually I only mark it when there's a big lump sum that I need to remember to pay off. So I got to use those and they're really cute. Then I had an orthodontist appointment. So I marked that with a fancy label and this emoji of a doctor, and I also started my 4th tray of Invisalign, and I was told that I can do 1 week of each tray instead of 2 weeks per tray, which is amazing because it cuts down my time in these things in like in half. Math, right? So, and I was really excited because she gave me like 8 trays this time, and I don't see her till July. And I looked at the last tray, and to see that my bottom teeth are going to be like super straight got me really excited, a little emotional. I think I'm supposed to get my period TMI. I haven't yet, but I was like, I can't believe my teeth are going to be that straight again. It's so amazing. And in less time, I have a feeling she might have me repeat some trays, but still, it beats a whole like year plus some weeks. So then after that, I went to school. I had a like Monday schedule, which works out great for me because on Mondays I only have 1 class instead of Wednesdays when I have a whole day with 3 classes. So I did get there early because my appointment to the dentist was super early, and I ended up just having lunch at Au Bon Pain. They made my sandwich not great, and I think I sat for like 10 minutes debating whether or not I should go tell them that they forgot the Caesar dressing on my Caesar wrap, but then I found it all the way at the bottom of the bread. It was weird. But yeah, so I had coffee, I had a little sandwich, I had a little wrap. Then when I got home, my Iron Man Funko Pop was delivered that I ordered off of eBay, because like I told you guys last week, Andrea's Iron Man, and I am Spider-Man. And I tried so hard to explain it to her. I tried explaining it to Nick, who's actually into like the Marvel universe, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stop explaining it or trying to understand it. I got my Funko Pop. It's done. We're moving on. So then after that, I was feeling sick all day, and I was so happy that I didn't have all those classes. So I put down a patterned fancy label and this sick munchkin, and wrote that I was feeling sick. And then I just kind of laid in bed for the rest of the day, and I worked on like story highlights for my personal Instagram. I drew a bunch of little doodles for my story highlights, and then I really didn't like how they looked because I drew them differently. I don't know how I managed to change my style in the span of like 1 drawing session, but like all 5 pictures looked different. Like they came from like 5 different people drawing them, and I didn't like it. So then I edited it and just did like my little scripts, and I really liked how it looked. Those story highlights more so are there for me because I don't, I don't vlog. Yeah, I don't vlog, but I would love to. I love remembering my trips. I love videotaping things and remembering memories. That's why this planner is like a memory keeper. I just like to remember things and like to look back at it. So I put up my highlights for my Disney trips, my Universal trip, like my trips to Vegas recently and spring break and all that. And I just thought they should have little cute like highlight covers on them. It's all for me. It's all aesthetically pleasing for me. And then the last thing for that night was I had tea with my sister, like actual tea. It says tea with Vicky, and it was like actual tea, not like, girl, honey, spill the tea. No, it's actual tea. It was nice. We had a little chat about me and like potentially getting into the dental hygiene program and her stuff at her school. So yeah, I woke up the next morning on Thursday. That's where we're moving on to. And oh boy, I was really sick. Like I woke up and I was afraid to breathe because I knew I would feel how dry and scratchy my throat was, and I was terrified. Not like in a life or death situation kind of way, but I'm like in a pansy, like this is gonna hurt way. So I put down a squared off pattern half box and a munchkin sick in bed and just wrote sick all day because this is a day that I could not get up out of bed to do anything, and I felt like I had finals coming up. I needed to study. I had a plan. I was supposed to study for chemistry on this day. Like, I needed to get stuff done. Like, I couldn't sit around. And then I didn't like being, like, unproductive. So I was like, maybe I can work on some mood boards for Andrea. but even looking at my laptop, like I said, would put me to sleep. And I was just like, I don't know, like I just laid in bed staring at the ceiling. I'm not even kidding. Like I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't focus. There was nothing really on. I didn't like want to flip through Netflix to see what I could watch. Like it was just that bad. And I was like, what a waste of a day. And it just killed me that I couldn't be productive. So after the sick day, I marked taking meds because I took Advil, I took NyQuil, I took allergy medicine, not all in that order, like not like consecutively, just throughout the day when it was like okay to do so. And then I just tried to binge watch YouTube videos all day, so that's what I put in after taking my meds. Then at the bottom of the day, I put in walk Chippy, who's my dog, which I walk him every single day, but that's how little I did this day. I did not know how to fill up the space whatsoever. I probably could have turned some of the boxes on their side like I do later this week, but I just was like, I don't know what to put in. So I put walk my dog. Then there's a movie marathon on FX or something that I kept on in the background and I watched when I was like conscious. So I wrote movie marathon. So silly. Then I used an emoji eating popcorn to watch that, and then I ended up falling asleep at like 7 p.m. So of course I knocked out early because you guys know by now I don't fall asleep and nap on purpose. I just don't. So I used a squared off quarter box and this emoji in pajamas to mark that. Then moving on to Friday, my finals have officially started even though I only had one. The first thing I marked, though, was getting a cup of coffee because I was exhausted, and coffee's never the best thing to have when you have a sore throat, just FYI. I'm telling you guys this. I don't take my own advice, but I needed caffeine. I could have had tea, but I just really wanted that, like, warmth and milky comfort, that sounds so gross, of coffee, and I had coffee, and it just made my throat feel worse, and, like, sore, itchy, dry, but also like mucusy at the same time. We love descriptives. So I went to get coffee and I used this paper and milk to go coffee cup sticker for that. Then I had my chemistry lab final, so I used a fancy label and this exam loose leaf sticker that was an old $2 Tuesday from ScribblePrintsCo to mark that. And it was really funny because my lab professor for chem said there would be no calculations on this exam. It would be super easy. We would just have to check out our lab drawer for like all the materials inside, make sure they were all in there, and then just be able to name basic chemistry lab materials and utensils, but you know, like a beaker, a flask, an evaporating dish, all that. And then when we got there, one of my lab partners, she like likes to poke into all his files and stuff, and she saw the stack of tests and she goes, "Professor, this doesn't look like an easy test." And he goes, "Ooh, that's a car alarm. That was really, did not like that." She was like, "Professor, this doesn't look like an easy test." And he was like, "No, of course it's not." And she goes, "What? You told us that it was going to be easy." And he's like, "Well, I lied." And I'm like, oh my God, this guy. And then I looked, like I saw like the ghost print of it because he had them flipped over. And I was like, "So Professor, are there going to be calculations on this test?" And he goes, "Of course there's going to be calculations on this test. It's chemistry." And we were like, "You said there would be no calculations on this test." And he goes, "Well, I lied again." And I'm like, oh my God, good thing I had my calculator. And good thing I'm the one who's been doing all the calculations on our labs because I would have been screwed. But yeah, that was really fun. He's that kind of like cool lab professor where you forgive him for being a dick that way. But still, I was just like, crap, 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 crap. So I hope I did good. I actually don't know how I did, and I changed a lot of my answers, which I've been known to do. And then my previous answer was always the right answer, always. But yeah, so after that, I went home because I had no other classes, and I finished watching Spider-Man 2. And then I watched the Big Bang finale. I didn't even know, like, I knew it was ending, and I knew this was the last season, but I didn't know that was the last episode, and I was like, oh no, I'm not prepared. It was so sweet, and I really like the Big Bang Theory. A lot of people don't, and they're very vocal about it, but I don't know. I think it was a harmless show, and they had female scientists on it, which is really cool. Makes me wish I was better at science, but alas, I am not. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Then, The Big Bang Theory and The Amazing Spider-Man, I watched all of that while I was planning because I hadn't filled out any of this week during the week. And then I I put down the base for the next week. So I did all of that while I was planning, and to mark the planning, I used a squared off quarter box with a Once More with Love planner, Erin Condren planner sticker that matches this kit perfectly. I was so surprised, and I was like, I need to use this sticker. So I marked film plan with me, and then after that, my sister's boyfriend came over for the weekend, and we all went to get actually, we didn't go to get sushi. They brought us. My sister and her boyfriend brought sushi home, and I was like, yes. It was so good. I ordered the wrong thing, and then I made my own, like, Franken sushi. I ordered a Boston roll, and I fully wanted a Philadelphia roll, and I was very disappointed when I saw the Boston roll, so I went into my fridge, pulled out cream cheese, and smacked it on top of the sushi. Yeah, I know. I'm a unique individual. Then after that, I worked on mood boards for a little bit. I didn't get a lot done. Sorry, Andre, I'll get those to you very, very soon. And then while I was doing that, I watched What Men Want, which was a really interesting movie. It didn't go the way it didn't happen, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend you guys watch it because it was interesting and it was really funny. So moving on to Saturday, I needed to study. I needed to start. There was no excuses. If it was one test, then I can see myself giving me the weekend off, but I have 3 exams on, oh my God, 3 exams on one day, and I needed to space them out. I needed to study. I needed to make time for them all. So on Saturday, I started studying for chemistry. So it took up a lot of my day. So I took a pattern half box, and I turned it on its side, and I used this toffee banana sticker with it and wrote time to study to mark that big chunk of time. I used to do it where I would, it'd be flipped the regular kind of way, and I'd put a piece of washi, but because of the bougie boxes, I feel like it looked nice this way, so I kind of liked marking it that way. So it's time to study. Then I needed to make my chemistry cheat sheet, because we're allowed 3 now, and I have 2 from previous tests, and I just needed to make a new one for the chapters we covered in the beginning of the semester, and then new chapters that I wasn't there for because I couldn't hand in my extra credit. I don't know if I told that story, but it's a long one. So I needed to make my chemistry cheat sheet, and I used a munchkin with a pencil for that. And then I cleaned out my car because it was full of receipts and water bottles and things like that, and it was starting to irritate me, so I needed to clean it out. Just make it all fresh when I get in the car. So I used a foiled car sticker for that, and then it was my aunt's birthday, so me and my dad went out with my aunt and her husband and my cousin for some dinner. We went to go get Georgian food, which was amazing, and we didn't even make it past all the appetizers, the cold and hot appetizers we ordered to get to the main dishes, the meats and stuff. So yeah, we ordered a lot of food, and I took home maybe 4 takeout boxes because nobody else wanted the food, and I was like, I'm gonna bring this to some people. Someone's calling me. I don't know this number, but it looks a lot like mine. Huh. Do they do that on purpose? When people, what are they called? Telemarketers, when they call you, do they try to find your phone number so it looks familiar and you're like, I might know this person? I definitely don't know this person, so we're hanging up on them. But yeah, so we went to my aunt's birthday party dinner thing, so I used a squared off pattern box along with this emoji and a party hat and a present. For that, we were there for a very long time with a lot of food, and I thought I was gonna pop by the time I got home, and I almost did. I just ended up passing out because my body was like, we need to digest and we need you not to do anything. So I fell asleep. Then on Sunday, I got to sleep in, but when I woke up, I was binge watching Superstore. Throughout the day, I was watching it while I was finishing up my chemistry cheat sheet, because I have outlines and stuff for it, so it doesn't take a lot of thought. I just need to write down everything super duper tiny onto a 8x11 sheet of computer paper. So I had Superstore on, and I binge watched it up until the season 4 finale, and oh my god, that finale. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to spoil it, because I was spoiled on it, but still, I was like, whoa, shit just got real. It was really good. That show is so funny. I always forget how funny that show is, but I'm glad I binge watched it, excuse me, and finished it. So for that, I used a fancy label and a TV foiled icon. Then I went to the mall with my mom and my sister. My mom convinced me to go with them to help her pick out a lipstick, even though she knew exactly what lipstick color she wanted. She found it from her friend, but she made it seem like I needed to help her pick out a color, and I was like, why exactly did I have to come? But it was just fun. Got to hang out with them. So we went to the mall and we went to go get groceries at Costco and a Stop and Shop. But when we were at the mall, I went to Starbucks. Yes, it was so nice. And I marked Starbucks with a little thing and a Moonlight Paper Co. coffee cup and this Letters to Apollo Starbucks script. And then I marked mall and groceries with a squared off quarter box and this giant emoji with shopping bags. And then after that, when I got home, it was more studying. So I used a half box and this munchkin covered in textbooks and paper. And then the last thing I marked, very big, was the Game of Thrones series finale. Pum 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 pum. And I didn't hate the ending, and I wasn't disappointed by it, so I guess that was good. But I feel like they could have ended it better. I feel like everyone thinks they could have ended it better, but my thing is, I just can't imagine watching this whole series again, knowing that's the ending. If that explains it to anyone who watches it without spoilers. That's my take on it. And also it's very unexpected, which I enjoyed. There were parts where I was like, whoa, didn't see that coming, so that made it a little more enjoyable. So yeah, this is Bloom in full, and I did my little, that was a really sad Viv wiggle. I should go back and edit it, but I won't. So yeah, I love how this video turned out. It's jam-packed full of things, and I'm actually surprised at that because I have been sick all week, and I feel like a lot of days are 3 event days like per box instead of 4, but like no, there's 4 things in some of these days and there's 1, and it just looks really cute and I like it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye.